Alright, so now we splitted all three digits of the hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Mr. Polisher here. I'm going to sand down some of the pieces so it looks nice and flush. I should hold it down with something. Let's see if this works, and hopefully hopefully it doesn't do that like what I just did right now. Let's repeat that again. You know what? Maybe I should do it this way. I'll hold it down here. Actually, hold it down in the area where it's not going to, I don't need the sand. Like that. These clamps are great to hold down. Let me zoom down a bit so you can see. Let's begin. This thing's about to fly out. Let's see. Let's try that again. Alright. So we're going to have to hold it the old-fashioned way. A little bit better than before. Again, there's some little wash and left over from the excess plastic that I cut off, but I'm going to sand it down a little bit further so it's nice and flush. Okay, as you can see, I finally was able to sand down the joints. Hopefully you can see this clear here. You see that? Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like that, the scar. I could probably sand down a little bit further. But then I remembered something. I can touch these up with the Gundam markers that I have. I'm going to use these markers. Pull out the old gray. The old Earl Grey, as I say. I'm going to touch these up. That's all that's needed. So I'm going to put this piece of paper here so that way it doesn't spill on the actual, cutting board. Get some ink. It's a little bit too much, so I'm going to spread it out a bit. And then I'm just going to touch this up just a tad. Not too much. You don't have to spread it out. There we go. Now, obviously, I kind of said I sent out a message saying that these markers suck, but obviously they fulfill its purposes. They have their uses. And there we go. We'll wait until it dries and then we'll continue. Now that I've completed cutting the hands off, the digits off, and sanding it down using a little bit of the Gundam markers to touch it up, let me assemble it. Okay, so we got the big thumb here, goes in the side. It was a wise idea that they decided to use ball joints instead of a normal peg of some sort. That way it could grip, it looks more realistic. Knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Let's try that again. Okay, the last one is the pinky. Is it the pinky? Oh boy. I can't tell. Oh, of course. I did it reverse. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay, one more. Obviously this one's going to be a pain to get in. But once I seal the actual other end of the hand, it should stay put. There we go. Now, before I seal it, let me put a little bit of glue, just in case, so it stays on forever. Put it in the notches of the part, and then hopefully this thing doesn't pop out. There we go. Finally, the actual wrist joint. There. And there you go. There you have it. All 5 joints of the hand movable. Proceeding with the rest of the build, I'm looking at the arms on the kit. Let's try to build the outside of the arm, excuse me, rephrase that, the exoskeleton of the arms first before I apply the actual armor. I think I'm going to try something different, if possible.